I'm just turning my mic on.
Oh, okay.
I just turned our mics on real quick. Yeah, guys, just give us a second. We're letting the room fill up for just a tad bit. You know, we're still getting prepared.
Oh yeah.
You know, we just had to do something real quick for this, and you know, like little Saturday night discussion. So give us a moment. We're still preparing just a tad bit. So, and we'll be back, but we're still here. We're still here, and we see all your chats. So if you want to say something, say something. And you know what? I'm gonna put the elevator music back on because Chloe said something about it. Because there's the elevator music. Let our elevator music go. Let our elevator music go. Let it be. The elevator music ain't hurting nobody. It ain't even hurting our ears because you know we turned it down in our ears.
Yeah.
Like, damn, can we lo-fi? Can we lo-fi for a little bit? Can we grind?
Yeah.
Can we groove? It's lo-fi. Can we groove? No, Chloe, we had our mics off. Marcus and I had our mics off. So we just let the music play, and we were letting the room fill up for a little bit, and yeah, that's how we do things. And I just wanted the music to groove. I mean, it's Saturday night. It's the day after Christmas.
Darren said, "Play something we can dance to."
You know what? That we can, but most of that is copyrighted, and I'm not getting a copyright strike for any of this.
Yeah.
Okay, so music's off.
All right.
Music's off, and I'll make sure to go over here and mute that on my board. So now Nobody can hear it. And I'll even mute it for where's no that one. There it goes. Okay, cool. Now we're good. We're good now.
You good to
This
go?
is stud. Yeah, she said this is study music. This ain't study music. It's Saturday night and we're chilling. Can we chill out? We're still in a Panasonic. So, we're like, everybody's still trying to recover from all that stuff. We just had Christmas. Christmas was just yesterday. So, everybody's, now most of us are getting ready for the work week that if you have to, now Marcus don't have to, but I do. I was off all week. And, when you have to work from home and you're off all week, guess where you go?
Nowhere. Yeah.
I just don't step foot in the office. I just don't come in the office. Like, you know what? I ain't got to turn that laptop on. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, man. The pandemic is it's been crazy, man. Like working from home, being at home, just a bunch of home, just
a bunch of home.
Yeah. Like it's like a Spider-Man movie, just home and something, something with home in it title,
just something with home in it.
Yeah, man. Cause sheesh.
The first night of Kwanzaa is for twerking. Darius, Darius, stop that. We're not doing this, Darius. Yes, we are. Greetings and salutations, everyone. Greetings.
We are here. We are here. It's been a long time coming, man. Cutest Sam Cook's been a long time coming, man. It's been a while since we've done this, man.
This happened by accident.
Yeah.
Like he talked about it earlier. We were talking about how trash of a movie Wonder Woman was, and he brought it up and he's like, "Hey, we got to discuss this." Okay, and then just here we are. Yeah, it happened. It came to fruition,
just like that. And trash is. I don't know. I'm just disappointed, man. I guess that's if anything else, that's how I felt about the whole thing. Is that
everybody's hopes were so high for it, but then they got to realize like the first comic book movie we get is a DCEU movie. I'm like, nope. I already knew it. I had no hopes for this one, no expectations. Like, nope. This is not gonna happen. This is not where it needs to be.
And I guess my thoughts were on. I was so excited about hearing about the Snyder Cut coming out, right? And so knowing that we were going to finally able to get to see, Zack Snyder's vision, you know what I'm saying? So I've been hearing all this stuff and all of a sudden, boom, Wonder Woman 1984 is going to be out on stream. I was like, oh, okay. So I was just hyped. I was just already hyped up for it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, this is going to be good. I like the last Wonder Woman. I thought it was okay. At least the first two parts of it, that third act was a little weak, but the first two acts, it was pretty decent. So I was expecting a little bit more, man. And, yeah, man, we just didn't get it. Didn't get what I wanted.
Didn't happen,
man.
There was so much, and some people are defending it. It was a good movie. No, it was only a good movie because we ain't had another one.
Like, so you're saying by comparison? Huh?
By comparison, what else did we have to compare it to? Like, what else came out this year?
Nah, man, and it's me and Larissa was talking about this earlier, man. It wasn't even so much like it wasn't even the actors. Like I can't even say like, oh, this was a horribly acted movie or nothing like that, because it really wasn't that, man. To me, I just felt like the story felt flat. I feel like there was a lot of things that happened that had nothing to do with other parts. And then it didn't build up to anything. We didn't know what the motivation behind any of the stuff was. The stuff was just kind of going on. And we were just like, okay, I get this part, but why? I understand this, but how does this tie to that? What is your motivation, bad guy? What's your motivation? What are you going to do at the end of all this? Like, what do you plan to gain?
He wanted to be a genie. He wanted to be a genie.
It was basically Aladdin.
Yes.
It was Aladdin. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, rub me real quick and tell me what you want. Oh yeah, just rub me real quick. Just rub. Oh, right there. Just rub me right there. What do you want? That's exactly what the whole movie was. He literally was grabbing people like, what do you wish for? What do you really want? Like, bro, come on, man. You're coming off like really, really, really desperate to like grant somebody's wish.
Yeah, man. It was weird, man. Oh, let me go ahead and preface this. If you haven't caught on already, there will be spoilers. So
Oh, I
this
should
is
have
going
put
to be
that
a
in the
spoiler
title. I
discussion.
should have put that in the title,
Yeah,
but oh well.
spoiler discussion. This
You
will be
know what?
spoilers because we're just talking now.
You know what? I saw it for free and I still want my money back.
Yeah, man. I was hyped up, man, just because like you said, man, we're nothing compared to. We've been out of superhero movies for a minute. Nothing's come out, everything's been pushed back and all of that. And I was just like, okay, well, this should be good. And
Yeah,
I thought that they were going to I knew it was gonna be a little cheesy. Okay, I knew that was gonna be a part of it because I knew 1984. 84 was the 80s were cheesy. It was some cheesy time. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I knew that it wasn't gonna be, that. And then what's so tripped out about it is that it started off. Okay, so let me go back. Let me rewind. So it started off with that scene of the little girl, Diana as a little girl running through the forest doing this gauntlet thing that just like Olympics, but for Amazons or something, right?
right.
And that part was actually pretty cool, right? I thought it was actually all right. Didn't know how it tied into the rest of the movie, but for that moment in time, I'm like, okay, I thought as I'm watching, I saw this is going to come up again, or something's going to happen, or this lesson that she learns is going to come up again,
Yeah,
right? Did not happen, right? And so it goes from that, right? And then it jumps to the 80s, and it's like the Linda Carter Wonder Woman show. Like it's very like cartoonish, Saturday morning cartoonish. It's kind of happening, and it seems
yeah,
like they're doing it on purpose. Like it was like this is what we're going for. We're going for this, and I was like, okay, whatever. I get
yeah,
it. I see y'all trying to be cheesy. I'm gonna let you be cheesy. And then like after that, it tried to be serious, but it had like the cheesy elements, but not the good cheesy elements. And
yeah,
so at that point, I was just like, what is this? Like, what is this? Right? You know what I'm saying? It just made me upset. It made me upset because it had all this emotional dialogue in there that would have been good if there was enough action to go along with it. Right? Like the emotional parts would have felt more real and more like, okay, yeah, I get it. This emotion. Diana wants got, it would have been
yeah.
cool. I would have lived with that. I've seen it before. I would have lived with that. But Ruben didn't deliver it on the action part. What do you say about the action? What do you think? What do you
First of
think about
all,
the action or lack
okay,
thereof?
this movie takes place in 1984, and if you read in the comics,
Mhm.
it was pretty accurate because in the comics, Wonder Woman didn't learn to fly until 1985. So I'm gonna leave that just moment there. Okay, so she
Okay.
didn't learn how to fly until 85. So it's like, okay, comic book timeline, not accurate. Well, when she's fighting the people in the mall, trash. I don't understand the logic of her rope. Like, the logic of her rope was so stupid. Like, how is it that both of their running, both Kristen Wiig's and Gal Gadot's running looked stupid as hell. Like, it looked like they were like, what are you doing? Why are you running like this with this stiff ass face? Like, what is this? What is this? Y'all are literally running like Linda Carter back in the old Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that it looks so unnatural.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kristen Wiig though, because her character development in that movie was really good. Until the end.
Yeah. Yeah. The end was
Like
weird. I didn't understand the end. I didn't get that end. We're gonna talk about that too, because that's silly. But
like how
yes.
Like wait a minute, you didn't want to do
what?
it. Now you want to do it?
Now you
Like
want to
now
do it,
you
and now
want
you
to
back? It's so silly. It was
get
so
the hell out of here with this. So
yeah, it was weird.
Chris Pine looked like shit.
Yeah.
I looked at this like, why does he look so old?
Yeah, he looked bad, man. I did see that. Like
granted, I know you're dead and you're like your spirit is in this guy. You ghost somebody like this. I was waiting for Patrick Swayze to come out, Whoopi Goldberg to be like, okay, where is this person at? No, we didn't get all that. So this is what we have, and he fucking ghosts somebody, and I didn't hear the Unchained Melody, and the clay scene with the what they were making. Yeah, we didn't get all that.
Yeah.
My love, you and we didn't get all that.
Yeah.
So
it was.
It was just that it was so
I do feel like
lackluster.
I felt like the actors did the best of what they had. Like there were moments that I actually did see. I felt what was supposed to be going on, but the just sheer exaggeration of other parts of the movie, just it'll take you out. You know what I'm saying? Like there were some sections in the movie where I'm like, okay, this is a good pocket of acting right here.
Yeah.
I see what's going on. I can feel the emotion. All right, I got this little pocket of action. But then you have stuff like Maxwell Lord doing the most, right? You know what I'm saying? And that part took me out. But then he had emotional parts too. That was cool. And all I kept thinking about was Baby Yoda. It throwing me. I was strictly wondering where Baby Yoda was a lot of the time. You know what I'm saying? I was like curious, like in a world where Wonder Woman's in 1984, where's Baby Yoda doing? I don't know. But it's I don't know, man.
No, Chloe, this is not the COVID version, because the COVID version would have gave us something better. They had most of this movie filmed before COVID.
Yes.
So, but
it just kept getting pushed back.
Did you peep?
Yeah.
Did you peep the Trump? The Trump?
Yeah, you know, I kept hearing people say that, but I missed it. I didn't really
it was
feel
the whole
that.
Trump comparison between Max Lord
Maxwell Lord?
and yeah, that like it was like almost like the same person, and I was like, I get what they're saying. There's some hidden agenda behind there, but okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
I see. I mean, I don't know.
I gotta talk about that. How the fuck did she learn how to? First of all, she was not flying; she was falling with style.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of remind me of Superman, man, like Man of Steel. It was very Man of Steel moment, like to me. That's what I felt like. It was supposed to be like how, you know, when he was doing that thing, you know, Man of Steel, he was jumping and, you know, then he fall, then he jump higher, and then, you know what I'm saying, then he took off. Like it was kind of like that, but without the theatrics, because Man of Steel did a little bit better. He did it better. It happened better with Superman. But I believe that she was supposed to be getting this knowledge of how to fly and all that from Steve, you know what I'm saying, Trevor or whatever, because he told her like you know, how to go with the wind and all of that stuff like that, and just, you know, she's supposed to try to figure it out like that. I thought that was, I mean, it was, I don't know. Like I say, it was a superhero movie. It was a little weird, it was a little cheesy. I just went with that.
So
I don't know.
Her lasso, she threw out her lasso, and like when she was losing her powers, so she was losing her powers, and she ran out of rope while she was had them kids, and they almost got ran over. So, you know, like,
hey, that was tripped out.
Yeah, so like you just run out of rope. Like, how the fuck you just run out of a rope? But you're over here falling in the sky, and you can use this lasso to whip across the sky and grab onto a fucking lightning bolt and zoom over. I'm like, when did that how that makes no sense. I understand she's losing her powers, but that made no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, I think at times I just had to just realize it was a superhero movie. But then, you know, it just wasn't, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought the lightning bolt thing was actually kind of cool. I just didn't understand the physics of it all. Like her rope is basically like Captain America's shield. It just does whatever it wants to do. He doesn't
apparently it can stretch for miles, but you can't. You got to save some kids. Let's conveniently run out of rope. Nah, Diana, I'm tired. I don't want to go. I don't want to stretch anymore. Fuck them kids.
Yeah, that boy. It was real. It was a real moment, man. And when she dropped, I was like, "Oh snap!" I was like, "Oh, okay, all right. I guess it is some real danger happening in this movie, some real threats or whatever going on with her powers."
Truthfully, I keep saying that like the main part, the only thing that I really liked in this movie, that was the best part, was Kristen Wiig. She was probably the best part of the movie. Like for somebody who was a comedian, sketch comedy, came from SNL, she was practically handed this role to play Cheetah. And the role that they gave her, like, and with the character development, amazing. And then they just gave us Cheetah at the end, and it was like,
for nothing. They gave us Cheetah for no reason, because
for no reason at all.
She ended up
they could have let that go.
Right back
they could have let that
go. Yeah, I don't know.
They could have let that one go.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it didn't even have to be in there. Like,
no, it didn't.
It was like they could have introduced her, right? You know what I'm saying, Dr. Minerva or whatever. They could have introduced her, and they could have had that friendship going, and then Cheetah could have came in another movie, and it would have made a little more sense, or or something, or at least it would have been like something that led to it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in Wonder Woman 3, you see Cheetah or whatever. But it was like it came at the end, they got shoehorned in there. They did a little quick fight, and then boom, she's not Cheetah no more. or at least the cheetah that we know. And now I'm just like
Yeah.
sitting here like, that didn't happen. Where did that happen? I've never seen that. I've never seen her go back to normal. Like
You're right.
it wasn't
Exactly.
something she transformed into. It was something that she just was. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's so much. It doesn't look right to what they were doing. It just looked
Yeah.
completely wrong, and it was one part at the end. I was talking. T-Man 978 is in here. But also Chloe's been asking where's Rigsby.
Rigby, he hanging up, man. I should have threw him on for the day. Yeah, I'll get Rigby later. Next time Rigby will
So
pop out.
Rigby isn't here yet, but at the end, what country were they in? Because I thought they were in a whole nother country when he left his son at the office. And then he goes and does with the president. He gets on his plane, leaves.
Yeah.
Goes, does that little speech, and now all of a sudden he leaves at the end. Where's my son? Son, whatever his name is. Where are you?
Yeah.
Where are you? And he just pops up. I'm like, I didn't even know y'all were in the same country still.
That's a valid point, Rube.
Like
That's a valid point.
That is a big plot hole. Now, if they were if the kid was in DC, yes, but they gave no indication that his office was in DC.
Well, I know he was. Oh, okay. I do know that he was in DC because in DC is where the museum was, right? The museum where they worked at. So I know he was there, but he's probably been there visiting. So I don't know where he was visiting from. I thought that the oil thing business that he had was like somewhere out west somewhere. Like, I don't know. I just thought it was somewhere else. I know what I'm saying. So I really wasn't 100% sure where he was, where his actual office was located. The movie. I know he was in DC for a time to try to get the stone or whatever, because he's the one who set the whole thing up in the first place or whatever. I believe, at least he knew about it. So I don't know, man. I just don't know, man. I feel like it was there. It had potential, but I feel like Patty Jenkins, whoever the director is, like, I don't know what she was trying to do. I feel like she was trying to send this message, maybe about hope or something. Which, I mean, it's not a bad message to send, but I'm like, I feel like a superhero movie without superhero stuff all the way through that mug, really kind of takes away. It was just a lot of talking. It wasn't even. It was just a conversation.
With Pedro Pascal, he was trying to be Trump and basically trying to have her, because she don't like Trump, so she's trying to tell him, like, you can't have everything, you can't have this and that, you can't be a wishing well, whatever. And then you had like the women empowerment thing, like you had it in Wonder Woman. Yeah, we got that. We got that. It was. Now it's like, I'm not saying like we can't have women empowerment, but it was like, what are we empowering here?
Yeah.
Like she literally became a powerhouse by trying to be somebody else. That's the message we're sending.
Yeah.
And because you became somebody else, you have to live this lie, and you have to let go of a lie. And it wasn't making sense.
Yeah, it was weird, man. That part was weird to me because I feel like all Kristen Wiig had to do, her character, was literally just be friends with Diana, and just maybe Diana could have gave her some tips. Hey, do your hair like this? Hey, why about try some contacts or something? You know what I'm saying? And you could just be like, it was the things that she wanted wasn't that far fetched. It wasn't like she made a full body transformation. It was like she was just this huge lady or something. Then she wished to be like that. Then she shrunk down. Like, she already had it. She already could have been it. Maybe somewhere under there. Maybe that's the point. I don't know. But it was crazy. And then let's talk about the men in the movie. Let's talk about, why are all the guys on the street just some jerks or some weird, like every guy, every man that sees a woman that's attractive is like trying to.
That one homeless dude was like very sweet. He was very kind-hearted.
Yeah. Oh, the homeless black guy. Now let me stop. Anyway, let me stop.
Stephen Paul has a question in here, off-topic question. They name drop Bilal, Soul Sister Bilal, like that used to sing with the Roots, Bilal. No, but they name drop Bilal. Y'all think we finna see Queen Bee or Blue Beetle? We'll probably see Blue Beetle in Titans before we see it in the movie.
When did they name drop that? Maybe I missed it.
Because nobody was fucking paying attention. Nobody was paying attention. Like, it's like, okay, y'all dialogue sucks. What are y'all talking about? Yeah, it's pronounced Bialia. 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 I don't know who. I'm sorry. I'm not that deep.
Bia, why you acting like a Bia,
Yeah, we weren't paying attention to that far into it. Like, it was like,
yeah, I missed that all the way. Literally missed it all the whole way. Yeah, man. Like I said, I don't know. Like I said, I like the acting to the extent of what the actors were doing. I do feel like everybody acted their part well. Like I said, I just didn't care for, like, I even liked the whole thing about the wishes. Like, I thought that was kind of clever. I thought that was kind of cool or whatever.
He was
like
a
that.
genie. It was a genie.
It was basically that. And I just feel like it wasn't enough. Like I was telling Larissa, I feel like Wonder Woman went from being a warrior, from what I thought of from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Even in the Justice League or Dawn of Justice, whatever. Like, she was always this warrior. She had a shield, had a sword. She was just coming at you.
But also that was 30 years. That's also 30 years later. That's also 30 years later after this movie.
Yeah, but even in the war, though, even in the first Wonder Woman, I felt like she was still like going into battle. You know what I'm saying? She was going to fight. And I just feel like she played defense this whole movie. And I was kind of like, man, you're not going to really do nothing unless you just have to do something. And then I just kind of like, I don't really know if I care for that. Like, she was more Barbie Wonder Woman in this versus the Warrior Wonder Woman. And I feel like Barbie I like the Wonder Woman. I feel like that. And, like I said, some people may love. I mean, she looked nice, but that's
to reply to D Woods. They were talking about selling more toys. Trust me, as a toy collector and her toys were not selling at all. They are sitting on shelves. Literally, that they tried to sell that golden armor Wonder Woman. That shit is still sitting on shelves, and there was no point of her having it in the movie. She looked like Archangel. That's what she looked like. She looked like Archangel from X-Men Dark Phoenix. Oh no, not X-Men Dark Phoenix, Apocalypse. I know she looked like Archangel.
Yeah, she was she basically just took it off. I mean, she put that armor on just for Cheetah to tear it up.
Yeah, she put that on
like just throwing the wings off, and
like I'm pretty sure what's her name? Hysteria, whatever her name is. Yeah, whatever her name is. I'm pretty sure that she didn't want her armor damaged or thrown together. But then again, it wasn't her. It was like everybody else's armor. And like, I'm pretty sure they're kind of pissed off. Like, you're just gonna go up against a cheetah woman, and she just automatically just starts tearing your shit up quick. Like, and also when she became Cheetah, she learned a lot of agility really quick.
Really fast.
Like, we didn't see the transformation from woman to cat. We didn't see the transformation.
No, we didn't see that.
Because she had all the same powers as she had all the same powers as Wonder Woman. So I'm like, okay, cool. She didn't learn how to fly yet. Nah, she didn't learn how to fly. And then all of a sudden, like, I want to be an apex predator. I wanted to be a blah blah. She wanted to be an apex predator. Cool, whatever. Did it have to be a cheetah? It could have been something else.
Yeah,
it could have been a hippopotamus.
Brought up a good point too. I thought of the same thing that he's talking about. He said in Batman vs Superman, she supposedly went missing after World War I, but then all of a sudden in '84 she saved the entire world, and nobody remembers it. Nobody knows who she is all of a sudden. So apparently she was supposed to win Ghost, like, after all of that stuff from the first Wonder Woman, but apparently she didn't. Now I can understand if she was saving the world little bit by little, like, one little incident at a time, and maybe not, wearing her Wonder Woman attire, maybe it's just a mystery or whatever.
Yeah.
But she out here on national TV broadcasting across the world in a Wonder Woman uniform, the whole thing, costume. You know what I'm saying? So nobody remembers this. Nobody knows nobody's talking about this.
Nobody's talking about it at all. So I
don't know, man.
Yeah, AT, she wished to be an apex predator, I don't think we're overthinking it, but there's a lot of other apex predators out there.
I mean, it been trapped out. She turned to like a T-Rex or something crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, a T-Rex, and she would have came out there, and she would have came out there Come on now.
I got big head and little arms.
Matter of fact, she was the same height. Being a cheetah girl, she was the same height as she was as a human. So if she would have became a T-Rex, she would have been the same height. So she would have been little bitty arms, like basically her hands attached to her boobs and just running around like. What if she became a shark? Oh no! Yeah. Don't go in the water. She's gonna Wonder Woman's just gonna chill on the edge, like, hey, what y'all doing in there? Oh no, I can't get up there. Darn it, she's on land.
Yeah, yeah.
None of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. Outside of comic books, there was so much for in-depth storytelling. They just tried to cram a bunch of story together. Now, if they would have took this movie,
go ahead.
If they would have took this movie and expanded it out over a season, like a series, they probably could have done way better.
Yeah,
there would have been so much I think Christian Wiig's character would have developed way better than what it did. Even though it did develop really well in this movie, I think it would have developed way better. But there would have been so many holes in the story that we could have filled.
Yeah, I also think that us not knowing what Maxwell Lord's plan was, like. It's like it's cool when it's cool when you don't know, right? It's cool
he wanted to be number one in a Ponzi scheme
doing stuff. Yeah. But I feel like it's cool, like if you don't know what the bad guy's plan is all the way until the end, you're like, oh snap, Thanos been collecting Infinity Stones so that he can wipe out half the universe. That's what he was doing this whole time. Like, it would have been cool if Maxwell Lord was like, I'm gonna do this, right? I'm trying to get to this point. I'm gonna talk to the president. I'm gonna get this thing, and then in the end, my goal is this. And like, but he didn't lay out. There was nothing for him to gain other than what I'm gonna wish that I'm gonna use people's wishes against them so I can stay healthy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's what you're doing with this whole big satellite scheme.
He's a genie with an asterisk by it. He's a genie with an asterisk by it. Like, I'll grant your wish, but yeah. Like,
I mean, he had no final plan. Like, that's the thing. Like, there was nothing for him to gain in this movie at the end. Like, that's why I'm like, this has no weight to it. Like, it's silly. Yeah. And then all you gotta do is renounce your wish. I renounce my wish. And
I like that. That's really how you can literally renounce your wish. And that's like, oh my God, that's my one weakness is you renouncing your wishes.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Like none of it. The whole plot was just like, oh, let's just like it's just like, okay, we're close to an hour and 45, getting close to 2 hours. Okay, renounce your wish right now, for the sake of the movie. Like, for the sake of the movie, there was not that, like, literally. If we're going in genie terms, when the hell was that possible? Like, for you to be like, I want your power.
Mm-hmm.
Like, remember when Jafar became the genie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. He became trapped in there, and now I become basically I'm a walking wishing well, and just
mm-hmm.
Why didn't he turn into the stone?
Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen. I thought like he was gonna slowly start turning into like the stone or something.
Yeah.
Or something. That's what I thought was gonna happen, but it didn't happen like that. I said, oh, so he just has the power of it. And even with that, like I said, I was just hoping that maybe there was something, because he kept doing these things and these steps. I'm thinking, oh, this is gonna lead to something. He's doing this, he's gonna gain this, he's gonna do this, he's gonna gain this, and then in the end, he gets to this big satellite thing. I said, oh, something's gonna happen. This is gonna mean something if he successfully does this thing. But then it didn't happen. There was nothing for him to gain outside of, I'm just using people's wishes against them to keep myself healthy, because when I grant wishes, it hurts me. So I'm gonna use that to help me. I'm gonna take their health. I'm gonna take their vitality. I was just like, bro, you didn't even have to you could have not done this at all and been healthy. You could have just not have been the Rock at all. You could have just not have done that. Like, it was just, the whole thing was just absurd. And the way that it ended just made me mad, because I just felt like something about the renouncing the wish thing and giving up the thing that you want the most. And, I see what they were doing, but it was just, I just wanted more action out of a superhero movie. I wanted a little more fight. I wanted a little more something. I just wanted something more than that.
There was just like, literally, and what D was said, like, this was an episode of Justice League Unlimited. It literally was just a regular episode in a season. Like, what happened? Like, okay, like are we supposed to be watching a movie?
Yeah,
like, this is supposed to be
epic.
Like I
That's what
see
it
why
was
this movie was so HBO Max worthy. This was not theater worthy.
Yeah, I'd
And
been mad if I
now
went
that
to theaters and
we're
saw
going
that.
into and because of the Panera Bread, like now we know like we don't have to go to movie theaters anymore. We can just you can just feed us you can just feed us movies at home.
He said the Panera Bread. All right, so this but yeah, it's yeah, I mean, I do believe that now it kind of puts you in a position to think like, okay, what am I going to risk going to the movies for? I'm gonna tell you one thing, Ruben. I went to go see the Cruise, right? Cruise 2 a while back when it was out. That was a good movie. It was a good movie. It's a good family movie, but it was a good movie. It was animated. It was funny. It did all the things. It checked all the boxes. I was glad. It looked great. The animation was awesome. It looked like a great movie. It was worth going to the movie scene on IMAX screen. And this is The Cruise 2.
The
I,
Crudes
I
too.
had a good time. I had a good time with it. Like I'm saying, like I legit, I was like, wow, this is this is funny. You know what I'm saying? Like this is good.
There are a lot of movies coming out that we don't
Mhm.
have we don't put on our radar and they're just
Yeah.
really good because now like there's a movie on Netflix called The Outpost. It's about
Okay.
from the war in the Middle East from I think this was 2008 and how this outpost was like in the middle of this canyon or whatever and like it was always people were always dying from it until they shut it down. The story was kind of like but the cinematography of when they're fighting, it's literally like one continuous long shot and they're just going through like the camera literally is another person running around going through and it was just like me, you know me, I'm always looking at shots like that and I'm just looking at it amazed like this looks amazing. It
Yeah.
wasn't too many big cut scenes, cut here, cut here, cut here, cut here. No, it was
Yeah.
like if there was a dude running out with ammo and the camera follows him to where he needs to go, stops with him. Like it's just like some of the shots and like and plus watching it in 4K, fucking amazing. Like it was just
Yeah.
it was made for and it if you put it in theaters they wouldn't have made no money, but put it on Netflix.
Yeah, man, it's some good movies, man. Like I feel like it does put you. I think you know, the panoramic has really changed how we just look at movies and view it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like
Panoramic
one
and
of those
look.
things.
I like how you did that.
You see what I did? See, hey. But yeah, so it's one of those things where it's like, man, you really got to value like, do I just want to watch this movie at home? Is streaming? Because streaming is pretty decent right now, man. Streaming is, I mean, it's all you can really do. But I mean, it's really one of the
Streaming
things
is
where the
amazing
streaming
now.
game has stepped up, man. You like, hey, I ain't really gotta leave the house if I don't want to. You know what
I
I'm
don't have
saying?
to leave the
Like,
house.
and so it's pretty good, man. Some good quality stuff out there. As far as this Wonder Woman movie go, I'm just glad I did not go because I was gonna go. If it was out, I would have went to the movies and seen it. Like off top, first, open the
Yeah,
weekend, we would
it's
go
out
check
in
it out.
Wonder Woman is out in the movie theaters, but I
Yeah,
didn't
it
go.
is out. Yeah, yeah, I
I
wasn't
mean, I
gonna
wasn't
go.
paying for it. I got HBO Max for free. I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah. So
Like,
yeah,
you
so we
mean I
got it
have
at the
to?
house.
Like, come on now.
Nah.
Like, before you hit me up doing this tonight, I was literally just waking up from a nap, and not even a planned nap. Like a random old man, I just fell asleep nap. Okay. I was watching a best of 2020 of a YouTube gamer video, and then when I woke up, it was another video. So and that video was an hour long. So I know I got a good decent nap in. So
Yeah.
you have that, and like I have literally used the excuse of, what do you mean I got to put on shoes? I got to put on shoes. I don't want to put on shoes. That has literally been an excuse I have used several times.
Yeah.
And I understand the pandemic, and everything that we're dealing with.
Right.
Like recently, just last week, like my mom caught COVID and everything. So
Oh.
so
Okay.
she's actually better now. They're releasing her from the
That's
hospital
good.
and everything. She's just
That's
having to
good.
deal with the oxygen stuff. But I'm happy that's worked. But it's like okay, we're at home. Don't spend your money. Just stay at home. just stay at home.
Yeah.
If you got to go out, wear the fucking mask. And no. Everybody wants to be difficult while we're working through this Pearl Jam, and nothing seems to work. And but the one thing that has been working is hey, streaming. They're giving us good content.
Yeah, man.
I streamed on
Netflix has been
HBO
hitting, man.
because I had HBO Max. I was able to stream both seasons of Titans, which is fucking amazing.
Oh, I
I
need to see
love
the
that
second.
show.
season. No, I did see the second. Well, I seen the second season. I think that's what Jason Todd was on the second season, right?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah, I
my
saw
God,
that one.
that
I saw that.
Titans is
Hey, Doom
amazing.
Patrol. I gotta finish this.
I need to
I got
start Doom
one more
Patrol.
episode.
I
Doom
gotta start
Patrol's
Doom
so
Patrol.
silly, man. It's a silly show, but it's funny and it's actually really good. It's got a lot of heart. But yeah, Doom Patrol is that's my go-to, man. I like Doom Patrol. But yeah,
I finally watched The Watchmen, and I gotta wait to record with
oh,
Chloe.
The Watchmen was good.
Chloe and I were gonna talk about some stuff in that one, so I can't really talk about it. But I love that show. Like it was like
Yeah, The Watchmen
okay.
was really good. Watchmen was really good, man.
I love
and Regina King and that boy Regina King. That's one of my
like,
loud
if you watched the regular Watchmen, you didn't really understand like all these extra characters that they started putting in there. So it's like it's a fresh look at what we already know.
Yeah,
if you
Watchmen was good, man.
I told people if they wanted to watch the Watchmen if they wanted to see the Watchmen, they need to see the movie first to understand some of the characters and then watch the show. But it's just, I've been there's a lot of Hulu has been doing so much. As a matter of fact, Disney, seeing how Disney now owns Hulu, pretty soon, I believe Disney Plus and Hulu apps are going to merge. From what they say that they're going to merge. And if they merge, hey, I get Hulu for free with Spotify. So if you're going to go ahead and give me Disney Plus for free, I'm fine with it because I canceled Disney Plus. I got tired of, like, there wasn't shit coming on besides Mandalorian. And I didn't even watch season 2.
You didn't watch season 2?
I didn't watch season 2.
It was good, man.
I know it was good. Everybody say like, "Oh, you should watch season 2. You should watch season 2." Because you know what? I watched season 1 of Mandalorian back in April. I binged the one a couple days, and that's what I did. I didn't even care. I was like, everybody was hyping it up. Oh, you gotta watch this. Oh, you gotta watch. I was like, okay, got you.
I mean, it's cool if you into it. It's like a good Saturday morning cartoon. That's why I keep saying. That's what I felt. It's like a Saturday morning cartoon, just live action. And I like it, man. It's a pretty good show. It has some moments in there. I was like, cool, I like it.
If you have Amazon Prime, Amazon Prime Video, okay, there is an app within that app which is IMDb TV, and IMDb, which is for the movie Internet Movie Database or something like that. They have IMDb TV, and they play movies in there free. They're free movies with ads. So and I think I've watched. Some movies I watched, there's maybe like 3 ads in a movie, maybe 4, depending on how long it is. But they got movies that you can't find anywhere. It's like Blank Man is on there. I got to watch Blank Man. Yeah, so that's what like that's one of I loved watching that movie growing up. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so it was Taurus, what's going on? Taurus Moore, what's going on? Greetings. He
yes sir.
So if you scroll down on it, it's IMDb TV on through the Prime Video app is pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
I canceled my Netflix too. They ain't had nothing come out lately.
I got Netflix. Netflix is cool. I canceled mine. I just got hers, and then I got my Disney Plus. We just switch off and delete what we don't need because we got the same things. But it's one. But Disney Plus is cool. I'm just waiting on all the Marvel shows to come out. Really, I'm gonna check the Marvel shows out on Disney Plus. And
fans being upset because there has been no Marvel stuff, and I was like, bro, like everything that they were doing, they needed to film, and while they were trying to film, we had a pandemic. What do you expect them to do? Like they literally had 2 weeks left of filming on Falcon and Winter Soldier, so they couldn't finish that until August, September,
right? Which
caused that delay. So and I think WandaVision hadn't even started filming yet. Or it was filming, and they were just now finishing it up. That had some time left on it to film. So, so
things got pushed back, but it should be like WandaVision is in January, so that's coming out next month. And Falcon Winter Soldier probably be March or something like that. Yeah. So it's coming along, man. That'll be cool. Like I know Marvel gonna do what they do because they've been at it for a while. I just really hate when DC be doing weird stuff because I really like DC, and I just be hating when they do stuff and make it like you adding to it. This is the reason why people don't like us.
What makes what makes me laugh is like those that say I'm a comic book reader and I know the stories and blah 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 blah. I'm like, you know what? Marvel hasn't even kept to the comics, so don't even come with that. And this ain't even as like, oh, I'm a big fan of Marvel over DC. No, it has nothing to do with that because Marvel has a lot of trash movies. And Infinity Saga, they have some trash movies. And I'll go down the list. Iron Man 2, half trash. Not all the way good, but it wasn't all the way bad. It was more like on the lines of what this Wonder Woman shit was. It was like, it exists. Iron Man 3 could have been a way better. It's in this Wonder Woman. Yeah. Thor 1 and 2, trash. Captain America 1, trash.
I disagree.
Captain America 1, trash. Trash.
It was not trash, man. Why was it trash? Why? Because it was set in the back in the day. It was a pretty good movie, man. I liked it. It had heart.
Like Wonder Woman 1 and Captain America 1, they're like one off within the continuity of the movies. They're just one offs. Like because they don't really they connect to the stories, but they don't really connect to the stories.
They're too far away from all the stuff. Time frame. Like
if Captain America would have been by itself, I think it would have been an alright movie, but because in the continuity of what's going on, it's like trash. It's trash. There's some stuff that there's just some stuff in it that didn't make sense. Age of Ultron. I wouldn't say Age of Ultron was trash, but it wasn't that great.
Age of Ultron it was better the last time I watched it. I think I watched it. I don't know, sometime earlier. It was better later. Like it wasn't that good to me at the time. It didn't stand up with the Avengers. Like the first Avengers and the Age of Ultron was like it wasn't. It just wasn't as good like because of the
Avengers are assembling. The Avengers are assembling in one movie, and this is the first time we had a superhero movie where like, oh, it's so epic, and then we got all of this, and it's yes. But then you had Age of Ultron. And it was like, but it's a continuing story.
Yeah,
it's like
it just wasn't as. Then they couldn't say mutants. It was just a bunch of weird stuff going on. It's just like I know what this is, but you're not saying it. Like I know, I know who these twins are, but you're not really saying it, and I don't like that.
Yes, Age of Ultron was a filler. That's exactly what it was. Age of Ultron was a filler. There, Civil War.
Oh, look at this.
Hold on. Civil War is a better Avengers movie than Age of Ultron. Civil War was, of course, an Avengers like half movie. You know, it's like
basically, 2.0.
It should have been Avengers Civil War, but there was still some problems with Civil War that I had. Like some of the CGI was trash. Like even that airport scene.
Hey, the airport, not necessarily the airport scene I'm gonna talk about, but we got to talk about how Tony Stark made it all the way to wherever Winter Soldier and Cap was after leaving the raft. How did he make it there right at the same time? That was a time thing that always threw me off in the movies. Like there's no way possible he should have been able to. He could not have made it there. He could not have made it there.
He's got a rocket up his ass.
No way. Not that fast. Not that fast. No way. They took a Quinjet, Ruben. They took a Quinjet. They stole a Quinjet. They flew to wherever they was going, right? They flew there. In the meantime, they cut scenes to show Tony going to the raft to talk to what's his name? You know the guy, whatever. I can't think of his name. Thunderbolt Ross guy, whatever him. Then we go talk to him. And he was talking to him. He was talking to the people that was already locked up from Cap's side. They was locked up in the cell. He found out where they went, right? He found out from Falcon where they went. He said, okay, cool. He pretended he didn't know. And he left on his helicopter. And then, Black Panther was under, kind of flying under in the clouds or whatever. Yeah. He took off. All of a sudden, they cut scene again. All of a sudden, you hear Tony coming out like he'd been there the whole time after Shadow. How? How did you get there that fast? There is no way possible. Dude, I was just sitting there like, because I watched the movie a million times, Ruben. This is why it bugs me so much, because I've watched it like 100 times, this same movie over and over again. And then it just started dawning on me, like, I'm just finding all the stuff that don't make sense. Okay. It just didn't make any sense.
That's been the Taurus, and Taurus is bringing about like they couldn't say mutants, that because mutants was owned by the X-Men universe with Fox at the time, so they couldn't say mutants.
That's what made it weird to me. Like you got these.
That was the only reason why they were able to use Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, because they couldn't call them mutants. They had to call them something else, because if they call them mutants, then they automatically like, oh well, and they get testy and they get so fucking precise on the nope, you can't say this. Fox is in there. Nope, you can't say this. because the Fox lawyers
Yeah.
are in there making sure they're reading the script. They're actually going through it like, no, you can't say this, you can't say this, you can't say this. So they had to say, well, let's call them miracles. And then when we finally get the rights to whatever, we're just fucking
mutants.
We're just calling mutants.
Yeah, there's
and-
Black Widow
and-
better not be trash. You're right. It better not
from
be.
early reviews, and this is from because the movie's already been screened by other people, like in private parties and whatnot. Because the movie's already done and edited and out. Like it's ready, it's in the can, ready to go. From what I'm being told is, and from what I've read, from from spoilers from other people, not spoilers of the movies, but just spoilers, they said the movie has it's like a spy movie. It really is like a legit Marvel spy movie, almost James Bond-esque of a movie.
Okay.
So that's what I'm excited to see, because it's a different take on Marvel stories and everything, and hopefully we're getting hopefully we're getting a fresher story and not a rewatch story. Because like Iron Man 1 is also in Ant-Man 1, which is also in what else is in another one? I think Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, Iron Man 1. It's all the same plot.
Yeah, basically self-discovery, trying to figure out who you are, become this hero. Yeah, but it's
and you fight your doppelganger.
I do believe it'll be like in the end you fight the person that's just like you, the bad version of you. But yeah. And so with that, I think that the Winter Soldier, Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Black Widow movie probably hopefully be along the same lines of how good it was, because I feel like I watched the Winter Soldier the other day, and I was just like, yo, this is like a good movie. Like this movie is like a different type of superhero movie. You know what I'm saying? It had that the plot holes, the secrecy, and trying to figure out the truth behind the conspiracy of the government thing. Like it was kind of similar to that. And I think Black Widow being that type of character where she don't have this full power set, but she got skills or whatever. So it's kind of like that. Like you have to be kind of low to the ground, or you know what I'm saying? The battle has to be kind of fought differently. And it's, like you said, espionage and sneaking and stuff. So I think that'd be cool.
That whole movie, Winter Soldier, and I always hold Winter Soldier very high on the superhero charts, because it is more of a complete movie. It has always been more of a complete movie, whereas you know what the plot is. The action was very there was little to no CGI.
Yeah.
So it was
fighting
like,
in there, bro. Hand to hand combat.
The scenes were like, it was just like it was a complete movie. Like it was just more like, it was a popcorn movie. Like you're just sitting there throwing back popcorn. Yeah. That's exactly what you wanted. Versus something like, I don't know, what's another movie they say? I'm sorry, Black Panther is not trash, but that storyline, there were some plot holes in there. I think
Black Panther was similar to the other ones you were saying. Iron Man.
Same plot.
Battle it was Lion King with that, basically. Lion King with people,
Same thing. Captain Marvel.
Captain
Marvel. Same
Captain
thing.
Marvel.
And Captain Marvel was a trash movie.
Yeah, Captain Marvel. I don't know. It was something about that movie I just couldn't quite get with. I don't know what it was exactly. I liked it enough to I don't feel like I'm not upset that I went to the movie to see it. It ain't that bad. I went to the movie to see it. It was cool enough for that, but it's not something I would want to watch again. You know what I'm saying?
Black Panther was not James Bondish. Black Panther was not James Bondish at all. No.
He had a moment, that
Black
casino
Panther
part.
Black Panther was more Inspector Gadget than James Bond.
Well, somebody gonna fire you up over this Black Panther, man. Somebody they gonna find you, Ruben. All right, so but I think Black Panther got caught up in the Marvel theme. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it had to be Marvel, that Marvel gloss. Like it could have been more. And I think the actors, Chadwick Boseman, R.I.P., he did what he could do with it. It did have some realness to it. It had some depth to it. Michael B. Jordan's character has some depth to it. But that third act, man, the ending of the movie, that last part is what makes these movies either makes or breaks. I mean, it was a CGI rhino fight. You got the good Black Panther versus the bad Black Panther suit thing. You know what I'm saying? So this is that
they
typical
had horrible
stuff.
CGI in that movie. For that movie to have such a decent budget. Now, I can say this, like, okay, you got to remember also the time frame of when they're filming these movies. Also, because I see D Wood said Brie Larson's a bad actress or a bad actor, whatever. I think in her role she was, but okay. Brie Larson filmed Infinity War and Endgame before she even filmed Captain Marvel movie. She already filmed her scenes before she was even filming Captain Marvel. Matter of fact, she was on the Captain Marvel set. Then she found out she was Captain Marvel. Like, they hadn't even officially announced that she was Captain Marvel. Now you go to Black Panther. When Black Panther wrapped filming, it was they technically almost immediately went over to what is that the Infinity War scene, the Battle of Wakanda. Right. They immediately went over to that scene, so it was like it wasn't that far apart on how much, like, it was literally the same time frame on when they filmed it. So they wrap the movie and they go over there and they're filming that. So the fact that they're filming all this stuff out of order, it kind of like takes away from how they can really grasp the character. So she's her being Captain Marvel, because I found out about this before after I saw Captain Marvel, and I was like, oh, that explains so much, because she didn't really research the character, develop the character enough, and she's already playing the character in a sequel movie. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of hard for them to actually, hey, we lost you. Marcus? What the heck? See?
I'm back. What happened? I'm here. I don't know what happened.
Nothing. I was going in. I was like, what the hell just happened? Like, if you didn't like what I was saying, you could have told me. Like, shit.
No, man. I don't know what happened. It's just,
so that's why. So it's like, think about it. Black Panther, they filmed that, and then the movies came out 2 years after that, or the next year after that. But they already had filmed it basically 3 years prior to, or 2 years prior to. So it was kind of hard. Like, it was just, it's kind of hard to tie in everything when they're filming stuff out of order. And I don't mean like the time jumps that they're doing from each movie to each movie. I mean just like they're filming the actual filming of it. Yeah, the actual filming. Because like, I remember the chick from in the elevator scene in Endgame when they go back in time to the base. Yeah. Okay, the chick that's in the elevator with them, she was on Community. I forgot her name. Right. But
yeah, I know.
And I think I remember telling you this, but I'm just saying it again. When she filmed that, when she went to go see it, she went with the writer Mark Bernardin, who does work with Kevin Smith on one of his podcasts, and does a lot of other work. He's writing stuff for the new He-Man animated series, and he's writing some stuff. So he's like a nerd writer. Right. They went to go see Endgame, and she was with them. So they're in the theater, they're watching the movie, and then her scene comes on, and they're just looking, and they look at her, and like the people in the audience or that are watching the movie realized it was her, and they're clapping in the theaters, like she was in the movie. And then after they left, he asked her like, "You couldn't tell me that?" He goes, "No." He goes, "Matter of fact, I filmed that scene 2 years ago. It's just been sitting there waiting for them to finish. It's been sitting in the can for 2 years."
Yeah, that's how it happens, man.
They're filming so much out of order, and it's just how Disney is. It's just how Disney wants to do things. Yeah. I understand it.
I mean, hey, it's interesting. I mean, it's a business. You got to do things at a certain time enough to get things developed. You know what I'm saying? And get it, edit it out. Edit how you want to edit it, and then put it out. So it's a process to making a movie, and it takes a little time. Somebody said something about Aquaman. Was Black Panther similar to Aquaman? And it is. I like Aquaman. Aquaman was good to me. It's one of the better ones.
It's similar to Black Panther and Thor.
Yeah, but Aquaman was actually
Lightning Panther. Thunder Panther.
It was a pretty good movie though. Like Aquaman was actually pretty solid to me. Like the third act didn't drop off in the third act. It actually, every time I thought it was going to do something weird, it kind of did something else, and I was like, okay, it's kind of cool. I dug it. The action was pretty dope. They was fighting. It was going down. You know what I'm saying? The water scenes weren't too thrown off to me. You know, it was a little funny at times. He had some
Yeah.
horror elements in there because James Wan, he's a horror guy, and so he had some horror elements in there. And you know, the trench was cool. I don't know, it was okay. It was a pretty good movie to me. Like I
was
liked it.
alright. Aquaman
It
was
was all right. It
alright.
was pretty good. It was pretty good.
I
I liked
liked it for what it was, but like, you know, it's just there's certain elements in that movie that shouldn't have been there, and it's just like, I mean, like
You talking about the romantic part,
it
like
was
romance
just,
between him and Mira. Talking about that part.
well, yeah, but no, it's just there was just it was just certain parts in there. It was like, okay, like y'all can't, like, how the hell did y'all recruit stormtroopers in the Atlantean army to come after and try to kill Aquaman? Because they missed every single shot. Imagine,
Yeah, they were definitely stormtroopers. That was definitely
that was like, you
stormtroopers
missed
of the sea.
everything, and
Sea
then Black
monkeys.
Manta, they messed
Yeah.
up Black Manta,
Yeah.
who's also
Yeah.
played
He
by the
supposed to be
dude that
coming
who,
back.
yeah, who was also played by Dr. Manhattan from
Yeah.
from Watchmen. And I was like, hey, you get to be
Yeah.
Dr. Manhattan and Black Manta, but.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if they're trying to save him for another movie, that's fine. They could have done that with Cheetah as well, but no, they already took her back, and now she looks like regular Christian Wig instead of Cheetah Christian Wig. So,
yeah, it's
Aquaman was a welcome change. Aquaman took that's why I said Aquaman. It had a Black Panther feel to it with a Thor element because it had more comedy in it. So it was like, okay, we can do it that route. So. It was very welcome change, and because it's Aquaman, nobody really cares about Aquaman. Nobody calls Aquaman for help. You could be drowning in the middle of the ocean. Nobody calls Aquaman. Help me, Superman. Help me, Superman. You act like Aquaman can't just get there and help you.
You'll send a fish to help you. But
Yeah,
it's you know. Yeah, I heard the next Aquaman is supposed to be legit though, man. James Wan said it's supposed to be a little more serious tones, whatever. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We shall see.
We shall see, man. We'll see. I think that best Marvel movie MCU. So let me ask. He said,
everybody
what's the best Marvel movie?
This is the
so
most
far?
common question. This is
So
the most
far?
common. We've already said it. It's still Winter Soldier to me. Winter Soldier is more of a complete movie than anybody. And I agree with D Woods. The only flaw that's in Winter Soldier is the reveal of Zola, whatever the fuck his name is.
Oh, Zola, the guy on the computer.
Yeah,
the German scientist guy.
Yeah, that's the only flaw, because he was like, oh, you're just this dude in all of these servers, just like they couldn't upgrade you at any time.
Yeah, he's still looking like something from
because that movie came out in 2014. The movie came out in 2014. Like, they could have upgraded you. You could have had a better server than this. Like, Facebook runs on a better server. Facebook ran on a better server than that. Come on now. But
yeah, man.
As far as a complete movie, Winter Soldier.
I think that. Yeah, I mean, Winter Soldier is my favorite, but I'm trying to think of, like, if I was to say, like, the best one.
D Wood, Spider-Man 2. He asked. Taurus asked about the MCU, but yeah, Spider-Man 2.
MCU. Spider-Man 2 is one of my favorite movies. Period. Doc Ock and all of that. Tobey Maguire. That was pretty good. I don't know, man. I'm trying to think about the Infinity Saga. I'm trying to think about the Infinity War and Endgame. And I don't know if it's because were they good to me because of everything that happened? But
I still count those as
I'm trying to think, did it? I mean, yeah. I'm trying to think, like, is it good because of everything that led up to it, or is it good in isolation? You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
You know, because to me, like, it held more emotional weight based on everything that led up to it. But I don't know if I would have felt the same if I just never seen anything else before and I just sat down and watched both of these movies together. You know what I'm saying? Just watched them. And I don't know, man. It was interesting. I don't know if it counts. I don't know if it can. I don't know if it can count because it's so many things.
I mean, because when you say best MCU movie, like, you have to some of these movies you have to watch other movies, in order to understand what's going on, because you need some backstory. Cap 2, I don't think you have to watch too much to understand the backstory.
You don't.
Winter Soldier, you don't have to watch too much to understand the backstory.
You really don't, because it's enough in it of a flashback just to kind of make the sense, just tie it all together.
I was gonna say Guardians 1, Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Guardians is good,
even Guardians though it has a similar story to the Avengers 1. Yeah, it's because it's nothing but the Space Avengers, but it's basically. But that movie really is. I told a lot of people, if you didn't understand comic books, if you haven't watched any of the MCU movies, you can watch Guardians of the Galaxy and not be lost.
Yeah, because it has nothing to do with anything else.
Yeah, it
like
has
that, like on the bigger
scale. Yeah, it had whatever was happening. Good. It had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I do think. I mean, I've been thinking about ones that I really liked. I did like Thor Ragnarok. I enjoyed Thor Ragnarok. That was actually pretty good to me as well. Iron Man, the first Iron Man was really good too, though. There's something about it. Something about the first one I just really liked. You know what I'm saying? I did like the first one. I think everybody uses. Yeah,
third act wasn't all that good. It was kind of lackluster. It was like, oh, you're just fighting yourself. You're just fighting the bigger version of yourself.
Yeah.
But it was like,
as far as that goes,
we never saw that happen. But like, because we've seen so many mistakes with Batman, we've seen so many mistakes with Superman. Like, even though like you have Blade out there, the 1, 2, and 3, there were still mistakes in those movies. But you got to treat those as.
I ain't watched Blade in a while, man. I need to watch that again. I ain't seen that in a while. I ain't seen Blade in a long time.
The first one, one still holds up. After that, it's like.
It's just, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I'm going through the MCU. I'm trying to really think about movies. Okay, so I did like, this is not MCU though, but I did like X-Men First Class. I thought that was a really solid super. I like First Class, man. I liked it.
Trash.
You bro, boy. Hey, trash. First Class was legit.
No, you know why it's trash? You know why First Class was trash? Why the hell was old dude named Darwin and he can evolve and change to survive anything, and all it took was a spicy ass peppermint that Kevin Bacon threw down his throat and he just blew it. He couldn't survive that. Like, adapt to that. That made no sense. No. Like, you literally killed the one character that is supposed to adapt to everything. The man
I get that part, but I'm talking about
dunked his head into a fish tank and grew gills.
I hear you, but that's one scene. I'm talking about the movie overall. The movie overall to me was really good. It was cool to see how Xavier.
It was lame how Professor X became paralyzed. It was lame how Professor X became paralyzed.
People get paralyzed like that every day, though. Like that's he got shot.
Because Magneto can sit there and stop bullets. No, let me not stop bullets. Let me just flip them around everywhere.
Boo. Man, that movie was good. He had some good acting in that. There's some good acting in that.
And then you have leading from the First Class into the next movie.
First Class only. I'm not going to speak on those other ones, Apocalypse and all that. We're not talking about that. I was just talking about First Class because I know about everything else after that. We're not going to go there. But First Class to me was solid, man. It was good. It had some good stuff in there, man. Some good acting in there, man. I liked it. I'll be that guy. I'll be the guy that liked it. Darius obviously doesn't like it. It's cool.
It's just because you can't really take that movie as a one-off because of the fact that they made sequels to it.
They made sequels to it, but even Winter Soldier has sequels. I mean, all of MC, any of these superhero movies got sequels, man.
The original Spider-Man,
Watchmen didn't.
The original Spider-Man trilogy, the Dark Knight trilogy, and the Captain America trilogy. The second, those are like the three trilogies where the second movie, the sequel, was better than their first one.
Yeah.
And I continue to say it because even though we're gone to Marvel, but even with DC, the Dark Knight trilogy is trash without the Dark Knight. Batman Begins and the Dark Knight Rises are trash. If you don't have the Dark Knight,
the Joker is the man. You put the Joker in there.
I get tired of everybody saying like Heath Ledger did the best Joker. That's because you didn't watch the first Batman.
Yeah.
Like, you have to take either one. Like, everybody trashed Jared Leto for being Joker. Yes, I defend Jared Leto because they didn't give the man enough spotlight. They cut the hell out that movie.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Like that.
We get to see him in the Snyder cut though. We'll see what happens with him in the
We'll
Snyder
see
cut.
him in the Snyder cut. And I was like,
We'll see him in the Snyder cut.
Snyder makes him redeem himself, because I like the take on that Joker. It's like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
You know, another take on the Joker. I like this. But we didn't see much. We just saw like a bunch of bullshit ass edits.
Also, for everybody out there, I'm gonna rub my hands together like this because of Jingle Jangle, and I'm gonna do this all the time now because of that movie.
I haven't seen it.
No. You have to see it. It's nothing. It's not a spoiler.
I know. I believe it's not a spoiler. I was like, yeah. Oh, X2 and Logan, the only good. Oh, I forgot about X2.
Logan.
X2 was a good movie. Logan was a good movie. But Logan was the third in that trilogy, and the first two were trash.
Hey, Logan was legit though. The last one was good. Logan was good.
I think Logan is another comic book movie.
Hey, Deadpool. Deadpool was good.
Deadpool 1 was
I like
good.
Deadpool. Deadpool 1. That's one. Yeah, first one. Yeah.
Oh, Deadpool 1 was more of a mixture of high action with Deadpool versus Deadpool 2 was more of the Deadpool humor. Like there was way more jokes crammed in that movie, in that script. Like let's put as many fucking jokes as we can put in here. That's what they did. Like it got to me. Deadpool 2 steps over the bounds just a tad bit. Like okay, it's too many fucking jokes, way too many fucking jokes. But you know, it's like
I like this.
If you notice Deadpool in like they didn't really go into the Deadpool realm of like Deadpool, you know, talking to himself and all that stuff. So it's like, because they wanted to take that out of there. They didn't want to put on there his mental disabilities of him like talking to himself and hearing voices and whatnot and everything. So I get why they did that, but you know. But Logan, I believe, is one of those comic movies that's a standalone. It can stand alone by itself. You don't need too much backstory because it's so far in the future.
Yeah.
So, you know, I like that one. I think they could have put some better characters in there, but you know, it's Fox. Fox doesn't have too much in there on what they can and can't use. So the Dark Knight felt rushed. Did
it? I mean, not to me. I feel like it was.
The Dark
Knight was long than the mug.
Yeah, it was
The Dark Knight was a long movie.
The Dark Knight Rises was 3 hours.
Yeah,
I remember watching The Dark Knight Rises. I watched The Dark Knight Rises in theaters, and I'm like, I looked at my watch like, fuck, it's 2 hours, and we're not even in the third act.
It was long. But so what? Okay, so let's see this. What do you think the MCU is gonna do? What movies are you looking forward to seeing next? Like, you think there's actually gonna be, you know, pretty good coming down the pipe?
The one I want to see Doctor Strange. I want to see what they can do on the to carry over from the first one, because the first one was amazing. The first Doctor Strange was amazing visually. I was telling people, like, if you're gonna watch anything in IMAX in 3D or whatever, watch that one. But I'm waiting to see what what that movie is gonna bring. At one of the another show, not the movie, a show, Moon Knight. I'm interested in seeing what Moon Knight does, because that is a.
Will you be in that? Are you gonna be in Moon Knight?
I hope.
I hope. I was told that Oscar Isaac was supposed to be in Moon Knight. I thought that was you, so I.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac. But anyway, man.
Yes. Anyway, that one is gonna be. To me, that one's going to be a very deep story, because it's more of the storytelling rather than the action, because the Moon Knight deals with a lot more
multiple personalities.
Multiple personalities. He deals with depression. He deals with mental illness. So it's like this one's going to hit home for a lot of people, but maybe it'll actually help a lot of people as well that deal with that. And like, hey, you know, this is how he does. Like, you know, everybody needs something, representation in some type of way. Right. So maybe this is going to help them. I'm anxious to see what Black Panther 2 does. I have a theory on what they're going to do with that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think Shuri going to take over
Mm-hmm.
as Black Panther. I think they're going to come in. In the end, in this movie, they're going to introduce Doctor Doom. I think they're introduce Doctor Doom and the Fantastic Four, because in the comics, Black Panther was introduced in the Fantastic Four comics first. So I think it'll be a nice gesture to flip that. And it's like, oh well, we're going to introduce Fantastic Four in Black Panther. So, or tease them, whereas Doctor Doom is already introduced. So you have something like they're going to have the funeral. They're going to be mourning. She takes over. She doesn't do a bad, as she's taking over, it's the Atlanteans, Namor and them, they're going to come in and try to basically talk shit to them. Oh, where's your king now? And blah, 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 blah. Because, the Wakandans and the Atlanteans, they're not really close, So try to bring that war up. And then she goes up against him, gets her ass handed to her because, she's not really that good as Black Panther at that time. And after a while, they end up having to team up because Doctor Doom is seeing that they're battling. He's trying to go in there and get vibranium for his suit, for his metal body. And that's when they team up. They conquer him, and then that's when we end up getting the Fantastic Four to come in. That's my theory on Black Panther 2. Will it work? I think it will work. I think we're going to end up getting T'Challa later on down the years, but it also works because now in the movies, they don't have to worry about putting T'Challa in the Avengers movie. That's one less main character they have to put in there. I know it sounds bad to say it, but it's like, I'm thinking of the story. Like, it makes it a little bit easier for them. They don't have to put Black Panther in there, but because of the age of Shuri, they can put Black Panther in the Young Avengers movie that they're putting out. So now you have Black Panther, Shuri in there. You have Spider-Man, whether it's Peter Parker or Miles Morales. You have Nova in there. You have Miss Marvel. You have Iron Lad that's supposed to be in this. You have Spectre, which is the daughter, which is Cassie Lang, Ant-Man's daughter. She's supposed to be in this, and I think a couple more other people. I think that's going to work.
Okay.
Those are my predictions. Okay. I stand by them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I think I mean, those are pretty solid. I mean, it can definitely work. It sounds feasible, you know what I'm saying, to do that. As far as the movies that I know that are on the docket that I am interested in is also Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I'm just curious about this whole multiverse thing. I'm just curious to see like what happens and how they're going to do it. I'm also looking forward to seeing, was it Shang-Chi, right? I think that's the name of it. Yeah, and so I'm all about the kung fu and all that. I'm just curious to see like how they do it. Like I'm just curious to see the vision behind that, because I think that's going to be pretty dope. I'm looking forward to that just because it's different. We haven't seen it yet.
That one can be on the level of Winter Soldier as far as story and action. And the acting, and it can all mesh well with very little CGI needed.
Yeah. I think that it would be dope. I just think the fight scene, I'm just ready to see some cold fight scenes, man.
Yes. They got some
top actors. They got some top actors in there, and I'm just curious to see how this comes out. I'm just ready to see it. Like, I kind of lost a step for Marvel just after the whole, Infinity War Endgame thing, because without Cap, without Iron Man in it like that, I'm kind of just it's almost like when your favorite team not in the playoffs, you still watch it anyway. You know what I'm saying? You kind of just in there like, okay, I'm just gonna be a spectator and just like, I don't have to root for nobody for real, or I'm just gonna watch it and enjoy. Some
of the story that they said is they're gonna bring other people to play certain characters from other universes. Because they teased Tom Cruise being Iron Man in a movie from another universe.
Yeah. I saw something about that. Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I see that, but then Tom Cruise is also like 5'2", so I don't see why we're gonna need that short of an Iron Man.
Yeah, you just get Iron Lad for that.
Iron Lad is taller than him.
Yeah, he probably is.
I hope the little kid from Iron Man 3 is Iron Lad. I hope he becomes Iron Lad.
Oh, the one that was at the end scene, that was at the funeral?
I hope he becomes Iron Lad. Like he has the codes to get in there. Also Armor Wars.
Yeah, Armor Wars. Yeah, with
because
Rhodey.
Armor Wars is supposed to lead up into, or is supposed to be right after Ironheart, and I'm happy that Ironheart is actually getting a series. Like I
That is good.
predicted Ironheart, but it surprised me that they even mentioned that. And of course, the people of a lot of hue are mad. Like, why do we get an Ironheart? Why do we need another Iron Man? I'm just like, we're gonna get Iron Lad. Why not Ironheart?
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm Mexican, but I'm ready to see the silhouette of Iron Man, of Ironheart in there, and when the helmet comes off, just a fro just comes out of I'm ready to see that. I'm ready to see that because I want that to be a bunch of people, a bunch of women's profile pictures. I want to see a bunch of little girls using that because, matter of fact, when I was at Dallas Fan Expo, because like I said, there was a little Mexican girl and she was dressed up like, was she dressed up like Shuri or Nakia? One of them. She was dressed up like one of them, and I was like, "Who are you supposed to be?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm not this." I was like, "You like that movie? I love that movie." He goes, "I don't care." He goes, "It goes
representation, man."
Yeah, no, and the parents were looking at it. Like, he goes, "She loves that character." I was like, "That I don't care." He goes, we don't have too many. I was like, "We don't have too many Latino characters in there yet, so have at it. Pick one and have at it."
Oh yeah.
But then we get the future. Yeah. I want the future of if they're gonna keep doing this and all these what if stories and these regular stories, I want to see America Chavez as Captain America. I want to see that one, so we can have the Puerto Rican Captain America.
Okay.
I want them to bring in Misty Knight from.
Oh yeah, Misty Knight. Yeah.
From Luke Cage, because in the comics she dates Sam Wilson when Sam Wilson's Captain America.
Oh,
and she complains that he has a Captain America shield, so she gets a Cap shield. And I want to see Misty Knight as Captain America. Like, I just want them to fuck up everybody's head. We get a Rhodey-led series with Armor Wars. Like, in Armor Wars, I want to see them bring different Tony Starks from different universes. I want to see that, like, you're gonna have a battle of
just Tonys out there.
Yeah, but a battle of Tonys. Like, it makes no sense. It makes no sense, but like, it doesn't have to make sense. It's just whatever. Like, okay, fuck it. Yes, and Misty Knight has dated everybody because I think Misty Knight married Iron Fist.
What?
Yeah, I believe she married Iron Fist in the comics.
Oh, she just gets around then with that little robot arm of hers.
They all get around. They all get around. But yeah, Armor Wars, Ironheart, like that representation, like let it happen. Let it happen.
Yeah. It's always needed, man. It's crazy how this whole thing started off talking about Wonder Woman. We deep off into the Marvel lore.
We rabbit hole, dude. That's how we are. We rabbit hole. We rabbit hole to anything and everything. It doesn't matter if it's comics or life. We just rabbit hole everywhere.
Yeah, we just be in there. Be in that thing, man. I am also though looking forward to seeing what that the Batman is gonna do. Like, I'm just curious to see like where that goes. I do think that's gonna be interesting.
That trailer was dope.
Yeah, the trailer was nice. He beat the brakes off that guy. It was a guy in the background crying. It was a guy in the back crying.
Like, when you talk about excessive force, that wasn't even excessive force. That was just not called for.
Yeah, uncalled for.
like, stop it. He's already down. Stop. He can't do nothing else.
It's so funny because around the time that trailer came out, people were already making jokes about Batman using excessive force on people. Yeah. And then for that trailer to come out and they had that part in there, it just solidified everything. It just made it all true. Like, you're going to break somebody's arm and then ask them a question or something, or knock all their teeth out and then ask them to speak. Talk, why aren't you talking? You beat the brakes off me, man. What are you doing? What do you expect?
I mean, he's pretty much showing us that he's not going to be glitter Batman. He's actually in his own, but like, I think he was in another movie recently too, Robert Pattinson. He actually did really well.
Yeah, Tenet.
So, the Tenet. They said he did really well in that movie, and it's like, okay, like let him get away from the whole Twilight thing because
Twilight thing,
Like he like y'all getting mad, like y'all making fun of him because of Twilight. Like, he was just trying to get a job, and it just so happened to lead to like 4 or 5 movies.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
who are
man.
we
Dude's
to
a good
judge
actor,
him?
man.
Like, I guarantee you give me something like that, you're gonna hate me for doing those. Like, that's not Rube. Why would Rube do that movie? Shit, they fucking paid me. They promised me sequels. Because I know that's 3 movies I'm gonna be in. How many movies you in?
Right. Yeah, man. I think Robin Pattinson will be good, man. I think they'll do that. I heard Henry Cavill signed on for some more Superman cameos. I've heard a lot about that. The Rock supposed to be Black Adam. I heard,
Well, the Rock is
it
supposed
should
to
be
be
some
Black
good
Adam
thing.
for the longest. And
Yeah,
Cyclone,
about
the
10
person playing Cyclone in the comics is a white redhead girl, and people are mad because they did Quintessa Swindle or whatever his name is. But they changed it now. Cyclone is black, and everybody's getting mad at that one. Like, why are you changing the race? I'm like,
isn't the story based like in it's like in the Middle East or something, like somewhere where maybe redheads aren't that in abundance? I feel like it's a cultural thing.
I
Like,
figure Cyclone was such a minor of a character that if you, because I'm like, when I'm writing something, or if I'm taking something, I'm trying to redo something and like make the story make sense. Sometimes you have to race bend or gender bend certain characters. Now you can't do that to all characters. Like Bruce Wayne will never be black. We know that Bruce Wayne will never be black. Batman is going to be black because Tim Fox in the comics is now Batman. Tim Fox is the second son of Lucius Fox. So, and also his other son, Luke Fox, I believe, is what's his face? Batwing. And I thought Batwing was going to become Batman, but like, okay, cool. Everybody's mad. Why is Batman? He goes, no, Bruce Wayne is not black. Batman is just a dude being, but we also know that, hey, if you have a black dude being Batman in a predominantly white town, kind of a giveaway.
Yeah.
Kind of a giveaway.
Somebody said that Batman leaves this part of his mask undone so the cops will know that he's white.
Yeah, privilege. Well, Batman, like that's that whole kid from Wisconsin all over again. Like, well, guy, thank you for showing up. We don't need you anymore. You can go ahead and go. That's how it is. They never prosecuted him for anything. It's all self-defense. That's all it is. It's all self-defense. I know this is a dark joke, but I'm making it anyway. But who else?
I think it'll be cool, man. I'm trying to think.
I'm excited to see I'm excited to see what the Justice League movie is actually going to be. How it's going to be.
Yeah, I am ready for that.
Because I
think that's gonna give us what we want. I think it's gonna give us what we want. Finally get Cyborg story. Finally get to see what Cyborg was talking about.
It's a bunch of racism. He's a robot dealing with racism.
I just think because I know in the original one they didn't show anything. Like he really didn't talk about him that much. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like because they always showed like this football scene, but it wasn't in the movie. And so I'm like, correct. I want to see him playing football. I want to see whatever happens to him that causes him to be the way he is. I want to see that scene. I want to see him getting the mother box and him dealing with that. Like just fleshing out the character. I feel like that's all characters really need is a little more background. Yeah. And I did hear a rumor.
What?
I heard a rumor that the Joker's part in this, it has something to do with was it Jason Todd? No, it was probably Dick Grayson's Robin. That suit from Batman v Superman that was hanging up in the cave, the Robin suit. I heard that this actually is supposed to explain that. So that scene's maybe in there too. So with Jared Leto's Joker and what he did, instead of it being Jason Todd, it's supposed to be Dick Grayson, because this is how he wrote it. He just took the liberty of doing that, switching the names, switching the Robins out. But but I'm just curious to see the whole story. Like I'm just ready to see all of the stories. We have to see. I'm just reporting rumors. But that's what he said. Though Zack Snyder said it in an interview. With
but he's also saying a lot of other shit. He's also complaining about some other shit too. And it's like, okay, guys, like you haven't put the movie out yet. Put the movie out before we give you a pass on a lot of these fucking comments. But he's saying a lot of shit that's true. He's saying a lot of shit that's true anyway. So it's not like. It's like, it's not like what he says is not true. It's true. It's just, calm down. Get the movie out first.
We can see Darkseid finally. A more scary version of Steppenwolf. So we'll see.
Yeah, the whole like with the trailer, everything that they were showing, like the back behind the scenes shots and everything, the whole movie tone is darker, and I don't mean just like the tone of like the actual look of it is darker.
Yeah.
It's not like how it was all bright and everything, like trying to keep you happy.
They try to make it into a Marvel. They try to make it into a Marvel movie, but you can't make
because
Marvel.
Josh Whedon was a part of it. Like that was the stupidest thing. Like, hey, let's bring our competition in to take over this movie. Why?
Yeah, because because DC characters aren't Marvel characters, man. Like DC is just a darker version of stuff. Like it's you have
Stephen Paul said it best. Stephen Paul said it best. DC focuses on its villains. Marvel focuses on its heroes.
Say that one more time.
DC focuses on the villains, and Marvel focuses on the heroes, which is how they dictate the stories. Which is why you get more of a darker, grittier story on the DC side versus Marvel side, which is all light and hero based. But then now they're trying to get dark and gritty with some of them because they, the Marvel Knights line is what they need. And I'm talking about the Moon Knight, the Ghost Rider, Blade, that whole dark universe. Yeah. So
I think that Marvel has humans trying to be heroes.
Yes.
And DC has heroes trying to be human. And I feel like that's the thing. Because I feel like, Batman, but even him, he's more Batman than he is Bruce. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, you got
I'm just happy
Superman
that we get I'm just happy we get Batfleck again. Ben Affleck as Batman is probably the best ever.
Yeah. He was beating the brakes off folks in that warehouse scene, man. And I think that one scene right there was just enough for me to be like, you know what? I don't even know if it was him. He could have been a stunt double. I don't care. But all I know is that version of Batman was beating the brakes off a guy. I said, this is what Batman's supposed to do. This is why Batman's people's favorite because of this.
The first thing he did was he was above them and he threw out the little gadget and disabled all their weapons. I was like, Batman. And then he's starting to use their stuff and like he got hit. It wasn't like he was invincible. He got hit.
Yeah.
Venom was a solid movie. I think if there was a different cut of it, yes, Venom would have been a better movie if it was rated R. But the fact that they made it PG-13, it takes away from the whole Venom character and the whole background story of Venom being like this outcast is stupid. Like Venom is an outcast in his planet. Okay, but like all of like Riot, Scream, Toxin, Poison, with all them other the symbiote kids, like they're all from him. They're not like extras from that planet. They're all from him. They're all his kids. They're all like Carnage. They're all clones or like pieces of him. So I'm like, Venom could have been, if they would have done it rated R, it would have been a way better movie. Tom Hardy as Venom, as Eddie Brock is like, doesn't really work for me. Because, Tom Hardy is like, 5'9", and Venom, and in the comics, Eddie Brock was like 6'3", 6'4", and then in the movie, Venom is fucking 6'4". So it's like it doesn't make sense.
He said he wasn't an outcast; he was bullied.
Yeah, he was. He was an outcast. They bullied the hell out of him. On my planet, I'm so.
Yeah, Morbius is on the way.
We'll see.
We'll see what Jared Leto does.
Jared Leto is not going to be acting. That's just going to be Jared Leto in the movie. We'll see what happens, and we'll see if my prediction way back when is true. And there's a cameo of Blade, because at the end of the first Blade movie there was a cameo of Morbius, but they cut it out. Like he goes to the roof and he looks over in the distance and he sees Morbius over there, and they just cut it out. They didn't even put that scene in there. So maybe they'll flip it around and we get the reverse, the inverse action of that, and Blade is a cameo in this Morbius movie, cutscene or something.
That could be cool. I mean, it is vampire-esque, so see what happens with that. That'll be cool.
I have not seen I have not seen New Mutants. I will not watch New Mutants. I heard bad things about that, and it got delayed so much. It lost my attention.
Yeah, I didn't see New Mutants either. Nope.
I was thrilled to see a Marvel-esque horror movie. I was thrilled to see something like that. That was going to be the first Marvel horror movie, and then I heard bad things about it, and it didn't turn me off on it. It's just like the delays. Like, it was delayed 2 years.
Mm.
And it wasn't even like delayed filming. No, the movie was done. They just delayed the release 2 years.
Yeah, that whole Fox acquisition from Disney and all of that stuff was, and they didn't care, and they're like, well, we're just gonna throw it out there anyway. They didn't care about the Disney properties, man. I mean, about those Fox properties, so they just kind of did whatever with it. And I didn't think it was. I didn't hear too many good things. I heard it was okay, but it was typical. You like the Breakfast Club meets something.
Yeah,
Nightmare on Elm Street. That's what it's supposedly like. That's what they said. So I don't know. I wasn't too interested. I'll be all right. I'll live.
Yeah, I'll live. You know, we won't see X-Men in the MCU for what, another at least 3 or 4 years. They're gonna be hinted somewhere in there. Like we'll I don't know, man.
I think that this one division is gonna introduce the mutants in some kind of way.
Well, they are, because her kids, Wiccan and the other kid. I forget the other kid's name. Wiccan and Speed.
Speed, yeah.
Those are her kids, and they're going to be officially called mutant. They're going to be officially mutants. Like, she's going to be officially mutants. So, yeah. Okay. Chloe, I'm not a delayed watcher, but that movie was delayed so much. It was just like I didn't have any interest in it anymore. Because it was literally supposed to come out the same. It was supposed to come out the same year as Logan. It was supposed to come out the same year. This was 2016. It was supposed to come out, and it got delayed. Or 2018, one of them. But it was supposed to come out, and it never did. And it's like, what do you expect?
Yeah.
Trey, you missed that whole. You're gonna have to rewind it. I already went on a spiel on how the Fantastic Four are going to be introduced. You're gonna have to wait for us to finish this and rewind that. I can't give you a timestamp. I just know it was within this past 30 minutes or 38 minutes of this part of the hour. So yeah, you're gonna have rewind. Be kind, rewind. Disney is gonna bring back Daredevil and the crew. I'm not sure if they're going to recast. They're going to recast Iron Fist. I know that. I'm not sure if they're going to recast.
Luke Cage, probably.
Yeah, I don't think they should recast Luke Cage. But
I don't think they should. But I heard that the only person that he really liked, that Kevin Feige really liked from that, was the Daredevil and Punisher.
Daredevil, Punisher, and he said Kingpin, but I think they might end up trying to replace
Kingpin. Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's not
Charlie Cox.
I think
Charlie Cox Daredevil's supposed to be his lawyer, Peter Parker's lawyer, maybe. That's the rumor.
And I'm excited to see Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 is going to be dope, because of I was literally selling people, like, instead of, like, they're supposed to be building the Sinister Six, and I was like, wouldn't it be dope if they built the Sinister Six from, like, different universes, because they kept playing around with the tease of the multiverse in that movie, because Doctor Strange was supposed to be in the movie. So, that'd be cool. I was like, yeah, because if we got Dr. Octopus and Green Goblin from there, I was like, who we get from the Andrew Garfield one? I was like, I don't fucking know. Lizard? I don't know. Like that. I was like, Jamie Foxx, I think, is the only one that's still alive. And bam, Jamie Foxx is there.
Electro. Yeah,
so that's 3.
Oh, Electro, right? So he had the same one as he had the same character arc as old girl from Wonder Woman. Still a geek person who ends up getting powers.
I noticed that. I was like, I noticed that as well. It's like, oh, how about that? And they both got electrocuted. That is in water. They both got electrocuted in water. Oh my god. Yes. So. Yeah. So for right now we have Dr. Octopus, Green, Electro. Who else did they already announce? Vulture's there. We got Vulture. We got Scorpion.
Yeah, Scorpion. And maybe Morbius. You think Morbius gonna be a part of it?
No, Morbius is not a part of Sinister Six.
No, not Morbius. Mysterio.
Mysterio's there. That's 5.
Okay,
that's 5. I think Kingpin is gonna back the Sinister Six. But he's not, of course, he's not going to be Sinister Six. I think they're going to bring in one more character, a new character, and I believe it's if they go back, I would like to see them bring back Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin, but he's too old, because think about it, Spider-Man 1 is like damn near 20 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
But if they bring back or if they bring in a new character, they need to bring in Craven.
Oh, I heard he's supposed to be in there. I heard they
Yeah,
seen like trucks or something with Craven on
yeah.
there or something weird. Something like
Craven, Chameleon's already in the movie. Chameleon's already in the universe already.
that.
They're just waiting to bring that out, but they're gonna bring out bringing out Craven would make so much more sense, because he was an original Sinister Six, but also it gives us another character. My prediction, and I think if you go on Instagram, there's a guy named Boss Logic. He does a lot of artwork for a lot of different companies and concept art for a lot of these people, and he did one piece for Craven, and it's the dude that played Bushmaster from Luke Cage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he designed him as Craven, and the backstory was that he's a part of the one of the tribes that was banished from Wakanda, and they settled in Russia, which is going to make him half Wakandan, half Russian. And he actually he was supposed to, like, they were saying like Craven was supposed to appear in Black Panther 2 and basically trying to reclaim or trying to hunt down Black Panther or whatever, which makes sense if they try to use it to where like Craven killed T'Challa and then have him show up in Spider-Man. Or, you know, like that's the backstory that he's the one, he mentions that like I killed a Panther King and now I'm over here killing this spider person. You know, like it makes sense to have something like that. So I'm all for that. And of course people are like, no, Craven is Russian. He's got to be all the way Russian. No, he doesn't.
Yeah. Where is Harry Osborn? I guess he's not in this one.
Well, okay, so Avengers Tower was bought out by the Osborn Corporation.
Oscorp. Yeah.
Yeah. So I believe that's who has the Avengers Tower. And the fact that they mentioned it in the Spider-Man movie that they were moving all the stuff makes more sense that it was Oscorp and not Fantastic Four, the Baxter Building. But the Baxter Building is in another part of New York or another part, and they've already showed the Baxter Building being constructed or whatever in the cutscene in Spider-Man 2. So.
Okay.
Got that knowledge.
Sound like something's finna happen, man.
So it's all finna happen, and then we got some Galaxy stuff with some Silver Surfer coming up and Galactus and all this other stuff, and Adam Warlock has yet to show up yet. So we don't know. We can only speculate, and everybody's just speculating.
Yeah.
I would love to be in the Marvel wing over in Disney or in Marvel headquarters and walk down that aisle or that hallway where all the rooms, the war rooms they have. Kevin Feige has it, all those doors open, like so he can just pop in on what they're talking about for this story or this story or this story. Like they just literally is a hallway and it's nothing but development.
I
have not seen it.
I saw it yesterday. I thought it was cool. You know, I thought it, could have did a little more, I guess. But I saw where it was going, you know what I'm saying? And for what it's worth, it was cool to me. You know, I saw some people saying something about it being they wish that the little character would have been
the
somebody
Tina Fey
else.
character.
Tina Fey character. And I'm trying to, it's like I see why people are saying that, but overall I don't think that it was important for the character to be Black or even because it was just a soul. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it could have been whatever. Like it didn't matter. Like, so I feel like just because your main character is Black, I'm just happy that they had a main character that was Black and it was in the people around them were Black and it was in Black neighborhoods. It was doing what Black people do. So I feel like that was cool for what it was, but I don't think that the other thing didn't have to be Black too. Like I feel like it didn't take away from the story per se for what it was trying to do to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm all for representation, but I saw people
identifying with some of those characters, like that person looks like me when they're talking about that barber, and when the way he hold the clippers, it goes, these are how barbers do it. I was like, it's just, it goes, it may not have been 100% what you needed it to be, or should I say wanted it to be, but it's out there as representation. It's where it's needed to be.
You know what I like? I like stories that are black but not black. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
you don't have to beat me over the head with black, this is black, this is black, this is black. You see this? This is black. This is black. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to like just show us we don't live our life like that. I don't live my life like that. You know what I'm saying? I just go to the barbershop, right? If I want to go to a club, pre-COVID, you know what I'm saying? Go to some
Yeah.
live music or something. That's what I do. That's what we do. That's what we do as a culture, you know what I'm saying? So it's not, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be overstated. We just want to see ourselves doing regular stuff, not
Yeah.
being stereotyped, not, so not living a life like that. So to me, I thought the movie was cool. Yeah, he had a little sidekick, a person he was trying to help, and it was Tina Fey. And Tina Fey could change her voice to be whatever, but that's just the voice it went with. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like, I don't know, to me, like I said, it wasn't, I feel like you can look at something, you can make it into an issue, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you can make it into that, you can create
if
this
you're
narrative like that. But
if
yeah,
if you're looking for an issue, if you're looking for a problem, you will find it in any type of way you can. Sometimes you have to take what you can get.
Yeah.
Like I still haven't seen that movie. What is that, Coco? I still ain't seen it.
Yeah. I love Coco. First off, let's talk about that. Coco was a great movie.
Yeah, and everybody's telling me like, Rube, you need to watch Coco. Okay, eventually I will. I just, I just haven't.
Yeah, I love Coco, man. It was a really touching movie, and it was good. It was funny. It was, and I feel like movies that talk about other cultures or whatever, even that, and it's actually you can sense like, oh, this is real. Y'all did some research, or this is something where it doesn't feel forced. It feels like it just kind of happens in its own way. And I just like stuff like that, man. I like real stories.
When they got rid of Mushu in Mulan for the live action version, people upset about that. What do you mean they're not gonna have Mushu in the movie? I was like, you do know that there was no talking dragons then. So if they're doing a real life version and Mulan is actually a true story, then they're not going to have a talking dragon now. Yeah. But from the people
Mulan, I heard, I need to check that out.
Yeah, I need to check out Mulan too. But from what people telling me, that's a great movie as well.
Okay, so I have to put some. I might have to check that out then.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get somebody's Disney Plus password and watch it. Go get it for a month and watch some stuff. Mandalorian's off, so I can go rent it. I can go get it for a month and just like whatever. Disney's not getting all of my money.
Yeah, man, it's cool. But I mean, I don't know. Representation is one thing, man. I feel like people need that. It's better to have things, I get it. It's good to see yourself. It's good to see characters that look like you or even talk like you or even do, but I feel like you just shouldn't have to fall into these. I like when you see black people and it's not the stereotypical things. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I just like that. I just be black and just do your thing, or be Hispanic and do your thing, or just be whoever and just do your thing without it being that, I just feel like that's how you make art. That's how it should be. You know what I'm saying? But, people you can find a problem in everything. And I'm not saying that people's problems aren't valid, that they may say something that actually does make sense once you think about it, but it doesn't mean that that's what the people who created the movie's intent was, or that's what they were doing. You can't please everybody. Somebody's going to be upset. Anytime you put black people in anything, some black person going to say, why are they doing that? Why you got to be like this? Or why you got to draw them like this? Why the nose got to look like that? You know what I'm saying? It could be anything. You know what I'm saying? So just, I don't know. I think I just try to take things for what it is. And unless it's overtly offensive, then I'd be like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. But nah, man, that movie, it wasn't no wrong with that movie. Like, not on that end. Now, it could be something wrong with the storytelling. It could be something wrong with like
definitely
how they may use the character,
things.
And how you use the character, or like why did this happen in the story versus that? Like, why did that? Like, I can understand that, but as far as the blackness of it, nah, man. He was a guy. He was a band director or a band teacher, a music teacher that wanted to play jazz. That sounds like a lot of people that I know sometimes. They gig and they teach music on the side. I know a lot of folks that do that. Yeah, you do that. So I mean, and they just so happen to also be black. So I mean, hey, I can relate to that. That's cool. You know what I'm saying?
I know some white jazz artists, but I'm just saying majority of them are black. But it's just and I'll be honest with you, D was talking about Miles Morales is American. You know what? Miles Morales is half black and Puerto Rican, which is also Latino. And I'm going to claim my half of Miles Morales once he comes on the big screen. When they do a live action Miles Morales, I'm claiming my half.
Yeah, me and Rube, we'll fist bump like the Wonder Twins, and we'll become Miles Morales together, and just Wonder Twin powers activate, and
One
we
of the twin
boom.
powers activated. Miles Morales.
Miles Morales.
But that's what it is, because like think about it. They're gonna in the next Into the Spider-Verse, they're bringing in Miguel O'Hara, which is Spider-Man 2099, who is half Mexican, half Irish. So I'm like,
That's
okay, you're bringing that in, like bring in all these other people that we need to.
Yeah, I think it'll be dope, man.
So I'm just it's just you claim what you can claim. There's a lot of different and also when we bring up like Latinos and everything, there's Latinos, Hispanics, but there's all different versions of that. The Mexicans, the Cubans, the Dominicans, the Puerto Ricans. It's all different ones, and each one of them has a different background. To just more the Caribbean is more linked to Africa versus like mine is more linked to Spain. So it's like it all depends. We all linked to the other side of the world. It's just how you look at it and where it came from.
Right.
So, but again, it's still Latino, Hispanic. We all count in the same category to most people anyway. I'm gonna claim my half when I can. And when Spider-Man 2099 comes in, I'm claiming my half on that. Well, no, I'm even just saying that. Nope, we got a Mexican Spider-Man. Mexican Spider-Man. That's exactly what I'm gonna call him from the red. As soon as they bring him a Mexican Spider-Man. So we
you got it, Rube. It's all you, buddy.
we have our, and then when we get the Mexican Captain, when we get the Puerto Rican Captain America, be like Latino Captain America. So yeah, it's just we have a lot to look forward to, and even during this this Pentatonics, they're bringing us more stuff that we can have, that we can look forward to and be better at. Yeah. And also, Gal Gadot playing Cleopatra is very accurate, because Gal Gadot is what she's like. Gal Gadot
from
is not
Israel,
American.
right? She's like Israeli or something, right?
Yeah, like she's, or at least half. I don't know if it's half or whole, but there's Israeli in her. I was like, she's not even from here.
Yeah,
like and like
just don't
Cleopatra
they don't like the tone.
And Cleopatra is Greek. Man. Cleopatra was Greek. So I'm like, she wasn't Egyptian, she was Greek. So it's pretty much almost in line with what she was doing. Just like how they got mad at the chick that was playing Jasmine in the Aladdin live action one. She's half whatever race she needed to be for that. She's half. I know that. She's British and whatever. Yeah. So like everybody was like, no, she's not. Like, she literally is. Like they literally casted her. She's half and half. So like, why are you getting mad?
Yeah. People be on these skin tones pretty tough. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think we do have a lot to look forward to, you know what I'm saying? As you said, man, it's a lot in the movie business, a lot of streaming, a lot of TV shows, just a lot of stuff that's going on to try to keep us entertained throughout these times, man, because we need some entertainment. We need something to kind of look forward to, at least until the world is at least somewhat back to normal.
Correct.
So, I think, we're going to have to do this again, man. It's been so long since we've done this. So we have to get back on this. And
I had to go dig up that logo. that title, the image that you see, that's down here that you see. I had to go dig that up. No, I didn't really have to dig it up. It was on a folder on my desktop. I didn't really have to dig it up. But we definitely have to do this again, man. We might have to make we'll do this again.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We've been having some life stuff, man. It's just,
Yeah, we got stuff to talk about, man. We have to bring back the show and talk about what's been developing, man. A lot of stuff been developing, man.
A lot has been developing. A lot. So, I'll be able to do that one on our Facebook page. That's still active. It's Random Occurrence is still there.
It is there. I get notifications every so often about it. I'm like, oh, somebody liked this page.
Yeah, somebody liked this page. Okay. Oh, hey, did you see that last post from a year ago? Yeah, there you go. Watch that. Go look at that. Go look at that. So, it's just, life things happen. We go in and out, like things happen, I still got to go finish some more recordings for my solo podcast that I've been doing. And also, you got to tell you getting married. Marcus is getting married.
Yeah, man.
He's getting married.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Big
He's getting
big things
married, y'all.
popping. Big things popping out here.
Big things popping. I'm singing at his wedding. I'm singing at his wedding. Y'all don't know that. He don't know that. Now he knows. I'm gonna sing at it. I'm gonna sing at it. And it ain't even gonna be like drunk singing. No, it's gonna be full on sober singing. Like I'm doing this shit on purpose. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do that.
it should be a joyous occasion, man. I am excited about all these new changes, man, things that are happening. So yeah, we'll be discussing the path to all of that on another show probably in the future. And
go follow our like page, Random Occurrence. I think everything I have set up on this one is actually currently on my personal Twitch and YouTube and my personal profile. So because I already had it set up for that for gaming, and if you're interested in gaming, I have been streaming on my Twitch channel and my YouTube page, which are both entitled Rube the Great. So if you want to go give me a follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, or you can go to my like page on Facebook, also titled Rube the Great. It'll be very much appreciated.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug, man. Yeah. Thank you all for your congratulations and everything like that, man. Married Club is coming.
If I was more technology, if I knew more about technology, I would have had that Random Occurrence slide over and that Rube the Great one come up there.
Yeah, see, yeah. Just get all your banners going up there, man. Get all the banners going, man.
Yeah, get that whole banner going up there. Like, what is this? So, actually, hold on, before we skedaddle, I'm gonna see if I can find this. Oh, do I know his I don't know if that's the right artist. You know what I'm looking for.
Are you looking for what you got?
I'm looking for the song.
Yeah, I know what you're looking for, man.
The song, but I don't know where the song is because I know it's on Spotify. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I can find it. Hold on. I can find it. It's on my desktop.
Everything's on his desktop. If you lose anything, look at Ruben's desktop. It's there.
I gotta find it. Where is it at? Where is it at? That's not it. No, it's not the International Players Anthem. I can't use that because that's copyrighted. No, it's not there. Hold on. Shit, I'm gonna find this. It's on my computer. It is. It's on my fucking computer somewhere. No, that's not it.
Do dot.
Oh, you know what? I know where it's at. It's not on my computer. It's actually on my hard drive. I remember putting it on my hard drive because I was moving some stuff around. I think it is, at least. I don't know. I'm still trying to find it. I'm clicking through folders. And for everybody that knows, I have tons and tons of folders of a lot of stuff that I just have because I don't know when I'm gonna need it again. But I want to say it's in the folder of all the stuff I edited for us, and I put that on my hard drive.
Okay.
So
see if you can dig it up.
I'm trying to dig it up. I'm gonna find this. No, I'm not seeing it because I literally have it as the folder labeled as Random Occurrence.
Mm-hmm.
I have it labeled as that, and I don't have it up here, so I know it's on my hard drive, and I'm not gonna plug in my hard drive because I gotta go find it. But I was looking for the theme song that we were using. We were doing it. Everybody, everybody. Yeah, but I can't find it. So I'm kind of upset that I can't find it. So you know what?
Yeah, man.
Get elevator music. Y'all get elevator music. So everybody, thank you. It's been a long time coming. We've been trying to get this one situated, but it's like, life happens and we go different ways, and we've just been doing our own thing. That don't mean we don't talk. We talk still.
Yeah, all the time, man.
We talk all the time. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like we don't talk. We talk. So, guys, thank you for joining us. We'll Marcus and I will work together to see when we can do this again. Because we said last time before, and instead of recording it, we like doing the live stuff.
Definitely. And live stuff is where it's at, man. I mean, you just get to come on here and you just talk, and then it just is. It's no takes, it's no editing. It is what it is, man. And that's what the people like. People like the realness of it all. So, yeah, we want to come on here. We got some more stuff to discuss, man. We just wanted to jump on here real quick because Wonder Woman, that was like one of the biggest movies to come out, really, this year. I don't know. It's been a while. It's been a while since we had anything to look forward to. So we definitely want to hop on here and talk about this one, but we'll be back.
I think the whole thing, like with the whole process of moving and doing all this other stuff, like we just couldn't really sit down and get on camera and do all this.
Yeah.
Like our schedules couldn't link up. And your future wife is supporting this, so I don't know if that's a mandatory thing that we have to do. Like now it's like do we have to do it? Like it's like she said it, so we have to. Like, are you threatening us? Man.
I think we got to now. We have to.
They're like, are you threatening? Are you threatening me? Do we have to do it? So, guys, thank you for joining us. I don't have none. Just everybody during this panoramic, be kind to each other.
Be kind. Wear your mask if you do go out. Over your nose, mask. Please. Just wear your mask, man.
Wear your damn mask. And wear it over your nose and make sure it's over your nose too. Yeah. Cover your nose.
Please. Yeah, actually stand 6 feet apart. Like sometimes people be like close and I'm like, I know you see this dot. Like I know you see the dot on the floor. Like why are you in between dots? Don't do that. That's weird. I was returning something at Walmart this week and that happened. Like this lady was like right behind me. And then when I got up to the line where they had the dots at, I was on my dot and she was like still like right behind me. And like, I'm glad I was wearing cologne because apparently I smell good and she wanted to be about like, so she's right behind me. So I'm like, okay, she doesn't have a dot to stand on. So maybe there wasn't a dot. And then I go to the next dot and then she's like right behind me. And I was like, and I just looked at her like, hey, do you want to step back? Your spot is right there. Can you move back? So I'm like, oh, okay. I get up to the counter. I'm doing my return. And then she comes up to the next cashier next to me. And as she's doing that, she's doing her return. She's like, yes, I bought this game, but it's actually for the wrong system. And immediately I'm like, oh, so you can't read. That's why. Got it. Sorry, guys. That's just my little story for now. Marcus and I will work on a schedule. And we'll try to bring you some stuff up. Again, go hit our like page, Random Occurrence, Facebook, Random Occurrence. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything.
It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Just like click the button. Do we still have a YouTube, don't we?
Yeah, we got YouTube. We on Google Play and everything. Google Play, Apple. We got our podcasts, everything on there, man. We all around.
I'm just gonna have to start this and then recording it and then just like dump it on Spotify like I used to. Unedited. Unedited.
Ooh, freaky.
Unedited. Y'all don't understand when I was
y'all
don't understand when I was having to edit some of this stuff, like we had bad audio and everything. And most of the bad audio was on my end, not Marcus' end. So it was just bad connections and everything. I'm better now. As you can see, it's like, it's all professional.
Yeah.
If y'all like the background, thank you. If y'all see the background, thank you. we're just wasting time now. If y'all see the background, thank you to this. You know, you got my Deadpool head right here, and I'll make sure to flip my camera around to because I understand. I'm really noticing like an hour in, like, oh, my camera's flipped the wrong way because all my letters on my chest are like not the right ones. It's not going the right way. I'll make sure to flip it. I never knew it was doing this. I never noticed it. It is what it is. But everybody, thank you. Thank you for rocking and rolling with us. Hold on. Wait. It is Saturday night. We got to do the smooth jazz voice. Guys, thank you for rocking and rolling with us. We appreciate you.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it, guys. Know that you were blessed. Know that you were loved. Emphasized out.
And love everybody else. And go to Panera Bread. Go to Panera Bread. Because now I've never been to Panera Bread, but I want a Panera Bread now for some reason, just to have it.
Because you got some good sandwiches, man. Smokehouse cheddar.
You know, because while we're out here dealing with COVID in this Popeyes, you know, we're just, you know, it's gonna be it's gonna be different. I can't even finish.